Hi friends, it's Jenny. Welcome to my patio. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am gardening here in Cincinnati, zone 6B. We're sort of in a little microclimate. It's kind of more like a 7. A lot of things that should not be perennial here are. Last year I did not have to dig any of my dahlias and they came back just fine. So welcome to the channel. I hope that you'll find some content here that you enjoy. We do a little bit of a lot of things. The purpose of this video is to update everybody on the tulip bulbs. These are tulip bulbs that came from Holland, Michigan. Brian and I visited the tulip festival there, and then we returned 2 weeks later to dig tulip bulbs and bring them home. Problem is, they should not be dug when they're green at all, and so I've had trouble finding really any good solid information on what to do with them while they're green, because it's not ideal. I got some good news from my friend Beth at Gorman Heritage Farm. That is where Brian and I are doing some of our volunteer hours for our Master Gardener certification. She is thinking that there's a place on the farm that actually has true cold storage where I can keep these bulbs. So I'm hoping that is the case. I have planted 24 in the ground that are still green, like this, still attached to the greenery, and I went ahead and just stuck them in the ground. I made their own, sorry guys, mosquitoes are getting me. I just said a few days ago they weren't bad, and now tonight they're horrible. Anyway, I made a new little flower bed over here for 24 of the tulips, and we'll just watch and see what they do. So far so good. The greenery is still not all the way dead. I'll just let it die and then I'll trim it back. I probably won't add any perennial plants to that flower bed this fall. I will maybe just put some zinnias in there. I don't want any disease on any other plants. So we'll just let those tulips hang out there and we'll see what the spring brings. Yesterday, Brian and I went to Loveland, Ohio, to the Blooms and Berries You Pick Berry Farm. That place is giant. They have an overflow farm. That the strawberry patch itself was 400 by 600. It was insanely big, and we picked a lot of strawberries, 4 gallons. I thought about making a video to show you how I was preparing the strawberries, but really I just washed them, put them in my Nutri-Ninja, and bagged them 5 cups for jam and 2 cups for strawberry ice cream, and then they're just in the freezer. I won't make jam until January or February when it's very, very cold. Memorial Day weekend is coming up and we're going to be busy. We have obligations with both sides of the family, so we'll be going to Kentucky to help my aunt and uncle with a move. And then my brother's birthday is also that weekend, so they are camping down in Rough River, Kentucky. So after we do a little bit of moving, some things into the house, we're gonna take a break from all of that work and go down to Rough River and spend a few hours on the lake with my brother and his wife and celebrate his birthday, and that's gonna be a good time. He's got like so many wiener dogs. No, really, it's just 3, but they're sweet and they're precious, so I'll get some wiener dog footage for you. And that'll be a fun time. And then when we're done there, we're going to come home, sleep, get up the next morning, and drive to Chillicothe, Ohio, to Brian's family. They have a family fish camp, and so we will take the dogs and go there and spend the day and probably make some homemade ice cream out there. Maybe do a little tubing in the creek, riding around on the 4-wheeler and picking some wildflowers. It's always so fun out there, and it's so beautiful. I'll grab a few videos for you while we're out there. Weekend after next, our church is celebrating their 44th or 45th anniversary, and so they're having a giant dinner on the grounds after. And Brian is going to smoke a beef brisket, so I think I will make a video of that process. I'll set up here on the patio and set up a table with all his spices so it's handy and convenient for him, and we'll show you how he does that. I'll let you see the smoker, and maybe he'll give you his time and his temperature, and if you are interested in that sort of thing. His brisket really is delicious. What else? 2 trips coming up, hopefully. I want Brian to take me back to Veldier's tulip farm. And I know the tulips are over, but they have so many perennial flowers there. I was scoping them out when I was there. Things were just starting to barely, peek through the ground, and I know it's beautiful. My friend Luke told me that they are in the process of planting dahlias out there, and so I think maybe August-ish, maybe towards the end of August. It's going to be so hot here, and so to go 5 hours north sounds like it might be just wonderful. So maybe we'll go back to Veldier's. You guys need to put Veldier's on your bucket list, and don't put it off. You should go soon. It's so beautiful. And if you're in the Ohio area at all, Indianapolis area, Chicago area, it's close. Go to Holland, Michigan and visit Veldeer Tulip Farm. It's gorgeous there. It's so beautiful, and the folks are so friendly. I have to put some thought into where I'm going to put the tulip bulbs that I ordered from Veldeer's. When we were there visiting, we had a little piece of paper and I walked around and wrote down all the numbers for all these beautiful, beautiful tulips. And then when you know, at the end, we ordered all of them. And so I think I have 600 or maybe 800 tulip bulbs. No, maybe not that many. It's a lot. It's a lot because we ordered from 2 different places. We had ordered bulbs before we went to the farm, and then we ordered bulbs out the farm. And then I also had mail ordered some bulbs here from the house before we even left. So I got to get some new flower beds created probably. I got a lot of work to do. And then I also really want to visit Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, or rareseeds.com, if you're familiar with that. I know if you garden, you're probably familiar with them. They're one of the biggest seed places in the whole country. It's gorgeous out there. You can visit the farm and the seed store, and I am sure that they have just flowers galore out there. And it's only about 20 miles away from the homestead of Laura Ingalls Wilder. It's the last place she lived with Almanzo before she passed away, and it's where she started writing her books. So that'll be interesting to see, and maybe we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone and tackle that trip on Labor Day weekend maybe. That really is about all I have going on. These tulip bulbs are drying. They look, some of them are splitting, some of them are not, some of them are turning brown, some of them are not. I've got tiny little baby ones that are all split off. I don't really know what I'm doing. I even asked at our Master Gardeners meeting on Monday if anyone had any insight, but really no one has done this because it really shouldn't be done. So this is just a trial and error. I really appreciate Luke at Veldeer's. He's been so helpful answering questions for me and giving me tips and tricks. So Luke, if I'm doing anything along the way that's incorrect, please guide me. I appreciate all the help you can get. I get that this is a not ideal situation for these poor tulips. It makes me sad because they really would rather be in the ground somewhere. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. I got to get to this to-do list. I'm going to go remove some more grass from the upper flower bed. That's almost done out there. So I will try to get a few more big pieces of grass removed before I do our next garden tour, and that will be Friday. Today's Wednesday, so 2 days. I've got 2 days of hard work to do. I'm looking forward to showing you up there. A lot more things are blooming, and it's looking pretty. So be good. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Like and subscribe. Bye.